Good morning, Orchard STEM School. This is Mr. Hoydick, the art teacher. Today we're working on our Keith Haring drawings. And the first one I'm going to work on is the Radiant Baby. What I'm going to do is color in the Radiant Baby. And the style I use is nice and smooth lines. Nice and smooth color. And so what I'll do is take my marker and make continuous lines with it. See, there's a leg that's done. Now I'll start up at the head. And when I color like this, what it's doing is laying down lines of color. And you notice I'm coloring pretty slow. That helps the color leave the marker, and it doesn't make any marker lines. You can see there's a couple lines in there, and I'm trying to keep them to a minimum. There, nice and smooth. And what I'm definitely trying to avoid is a coloring back and forth and back and forth, because that will make a lot of lines and it won't make the color like a smooth application. All right. Finally, this back foot. There. Now I'm going to color around the baby. You know what? I'm going to pick a contrasting color, maybe blue. And for that, first I'm going to trace all the way around. And I'm checking to see if I can see the white. I'm going to, the white of the paper, I'm going to go back and hit it again with the marker. With it there. And then, you know what? Nice and slow. And I'm going to trace around these motion lines. These might be aw lines as well, like aw. So if you're coloring your Keith Haring inspired picture just to get it done and you're going fast, it will not be as successful as if you take your time and outline everything and then fill it in with blocks of color. You notice I'm using the edge of the marker, not the tip. The edge gives you a thicker line. And if your marker's running out, you might need to color it back and forth and back and forth. This really works best with fresh markers. So that might have some bearing on what colors you choose. All right. I'm going go ahead. And this is almost like I'm painting these lines of color. Of course, you can add other details. I saw someone made the radiant baby and had people down here. They kind of made the baby smaller and up at the top of the paper, and they made people down here sort of dancing around, or they might have been arms up worshiping. And that's the thing about Keith Haring's work, is the hidden messages and what exactly the figures and symbols meant. You can see this area here is a little, it'll dry, but it's a little scratchier how the marker looks. In this section here, I'm going to apply horizontal lines just to see how it works. Yeah. I don't like that. All right. If I see the white, I want to go back and I want to add a little more color. And it could be that this marker is running out, or it's just kind of drying out a little bit. So I could spin it and see if I can get, yeah, it's a little darker. Get a fresh side of the marker. What kids don't realize is when they color fast with a marker, the felt or fabric up at the tip heats up, and it makes it so that the color does not flow as easily from it. All right, now I have a choice, and my choice is going to be to make a box. I could leave it as a circular shape, or I can make it a box. Now you can go to the edge of the paper if you want with the color, but you don't need to. You can break down like where the picture ends. I'm going to turn the marker. Yeah, that's better. So if you start to see lines where you're coloring, turn the marker a little bit. See if that fixes it. All right, I'm done coloring. What I want to do is look at my picture And I see some areas where it's a little light, and I can add some more marker to it. And it'll look darker until it dries. That area there. This area here. I'm going to clean up the corners a little bit. And there you go. One orange radiant baby. Ready to go. All right, try it on your own. Finish up your pictures. Please submit them, and have a great